grab a box of Kleenex, cause this may get a little messy. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 trailers that made us cry. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at movie trailers that managed to get the waterworks in motion for one reason or another. Note that the movie's quality is not in question here, but rather we're focusing solely on the preview and its impact on us.
I promised my parents 6 months, and that's what I've given them.
But that was before me.
I want him to live, but only if he wants to live.
Number 10. The Light Between Oceans.
Dearest Isabel, I can't stop thinking about the time I spent with you.
The trailer for The Light Between Oceans hits all the right notes. Starting with subtle piano and handwritten love letters, it even uses Dearest because dear just wouldn't be dramatic enough. 30 seconds in, we're stabbed in the gut with an emotional knife. The couple has lost their baby.
What can I do?
What should I do?
The remaining scenes just twist and twist as they take in a lost child they stumble upon while discussing their moral dilemma. Their predicament only gets more complex, while our tears feel like they'll keep flowing forever and ever and ever.
I have to tell people. It's her mother.
I'm her mother.
Someone knows that my girl is alive.
Number 9. Still Alice.
Welcome, Dr. Alice Howland.
While the last entry forced us to consider how we'd personally deal with an unimaginable moral dilemma, Still Alice addresses an all-too-common ailment. Many of us have had a loved one struggle with Alzheimer's disease, and it's clear that this film intends to represent these struggles in the most realistic possible way.
What's going on?
Oh boy.
He's gonna break up, or?
No. I have Alzheimer's disease. Early onset.
Don't be fooled into thinking it'll be a gloomy sob fest the entire time, as this trailer is actually quite powerful, with an underlying positivity despite the circumstances. Highlighting relationships between spouses, parents, children, and friends, everyone will find a way to tap into this trailer in spite of its heavy subject matter.
I am not suffering. I am struggling. Struggling to be a part of things, to stay connected to who I once was.
Number 8. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
I found something from every decade.
Already. You rock.
The terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001 shocked the world round, and most of us vividly remember this devastating assault and its aftermath. A decade later, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close boldly tells a story based on the events. The trailer shows 9-year-old Oscar coming to terms with his father's death in the attack and setting out to solve one final riddle in his absence.
After he died, I found this key in my dad's closet.
How can I find the lock that it fits?
What's it got to do with my dad?
This acts as both a way for Oscar to accept the tragic events and for us to see others' reactions in the preceding days. All too real yet powerful and uplifting, it reflects on events incredibly close to home and tugs at our heartstrings.
Dad said, you can't be afraid. Sometimes we have to face our fears.
Number 7. Like Crazy.
Only the idea of it. Of you and me.
Events don't need to be larger than life to be utterly tear-inducing. In fact, the little things, obstacles we've all been through at one point are oftentimes far more real, and all the more effective at accessing our emotions. Like Crazy simply tells the story of an American student and a British exchange student who fall in love, only to be separated after graduation.
What are we gonna do after we graduate?
Don't think about it.
No cataclysmic events transpire. Two young people with a pure and innocent love simply lack the means to be together. Add an understated cover of Can't Help Falling in Love, and this has all the ingredients necessary for a good cry.
I thought I understood it. But I didn't. Not really.
Number 6. My Life.
That's the heart.
Where?
There, you see.
Keep in mind, this was the 90s, when it seemed like almost every trailer had a cheesy narration in it. Once you make that adjustment, the feels in this trailer are everywhere. Michael Keaton takes a break from being Batman as he plays a man awaiting the birth of his son. It just so happens that he also has cancer and realizes his days are numbered.
There's been no reduction in tumor size or density. I'm sorry, Bob, you don't have a lot of time left.
We're then exposed to a montage of videos, some of which expel paternal advice for a boy whose father will not be around for those big moments. Other which show how the couple deals with the news.
So, I wanted to leave you this videotape so that
you know something about me.
At times sweet, funny, and devastating, it's bound to make even the most solemn among us shed a tear.
Kid, wife.
Number 5. Me Before You.
Good morning. Oh, he hates me. Every time I speak, he looks at me like I'm stupid. To be fair, you are pretty stupid.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that yet.
To be fair, the subject matter speaks for itself with regards to cryability. A disabled man who has lost the will to live meets a girl with the ability to unlock that sensation in him once again.
I don't want to go in yet. I just want to be a man who's been to a concert with a girl in a red dress. A few minutes more.
Said disabled man is also quite attractive, and varying stages of his sickness are shown throughout the trailer. Not much more is required to bring on the waterworks, but that doesn't stop Ed Sheeran from coming in halfway through to elevate emotions even higher. It's not the first time a film has intermingled terminal illness and young love, but this one's particularly sweet, or rather bittersweet, thanks to the notion of tragedy not far off in the distance.
I don't want you to miss all the things that someone else could give you.
Number 4. Blue Valentine.
I have to sing goofy in order to sing. Like, I have to sing stupid. Okay?
Okay. Authenticity is exemplified through imperfection. The first few seconds make this sentiment clear. With shaky camera, awkward dancing, and an unremarkable ukulele, these two lovers aren't unobtainable celebrities.
You always bring the kindest hearts, and with a hasty word you can.
You're actually good.
Recall.
They're us, represented on the silver screen. Blue Valentine shows a relationship at its high points, low points, and points in between that we often forget about. In fact, it's easy to think back to similar experiences and relive those emotions amplified by the trailer's vulnerability. This type of sadness is an art form and rarely seen so well in such a short time. Number 3. Gleason.
Steve Gleason was responsible for one of the most dramatic moments in New Orleans Saints history.
If you don't already know the story behind New Orleans Saints defensive back Steve Gleason, don't worry. This heartbreaking teaser's got you covered.
I have been diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
Gleason, whose time with the team was cursed by the unfortunate destruction of Hurricane Katrina, was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, otherwise known as ALS, in 2011, just before learning his first child was on the way.
I am making a video blog for you, my child.
Hello. Hello. Hey, how are you?
The trailer, which showcases the athlete's journey of living with the disease, is intercut with personal video diaries to Gleason's unborn son, reminding the viewer just how strong the love of a father can be.
I'm gonna be around, buddy, until you are able to stand on your own. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be awesome.
Number 2. If I Stay.
Like, here I am, Mia, the girl who thinks about the cello and Adam and Juilliard. And just like that could never exist again.
Alright, this is the part where it gets really hard to keep it together. We're professionals at MsMojo, so here it goes. Two teens fall in love. They may be naive and young, but their love is pure. A freak accident leaves the girl in a coma, fighting for her life.
Here's the secret, baby. If you live, if you die, it's all up to you.
Next, the saddest song on the planet starts playing, and everyone in the audience inexplicably has something in their eye for the next 60 seconds. It's like the filmmakers made note of each of our heartstrings and found the most devious way to pull on each of them several times over. If you're not sobbing by the end, this clearly means you're a vampire with no soul.
You're my home, Mia. Stay.
Say something.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You are not cut out to be a physician.
Our job is improving the quality of life, not just delaying death.
So how are you? For real?
It's so much harder than I thought it would be.
Number 1. Hachi, A Dog's Tale.
Everyone called Hachi a mystery dog because they never really knew where he came from.
Tragic death, true stories, dogs. It only makes sense these should all be wrapped up into one for our final entry. Hachi, A Dog's Tale focuses on an unbreakable devotion between an old man and his dog. Hachi has made a habit of waiting for his owner at the train every day until they are reunited after work. As you may surmise, one day this becomes impossible, and a sweet, adorable loyal dog is left unable to reckon with the loss, but continues to wait for his late master regardless.
You don't have to wait anymore. He's not coming back.
Because the filmmakers really want the story to hit home, they remind us that this is a true story. Fingers crossed that this trailer or movie doesn't come up on a first date, because our response to it, even after multiple viewings, is hardly worthy of a first impression.
Saturday, come, same time, same place.
Sounds like it can make a good story.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.